Hey Wilds, Lauren Wilde, the Church Witch here. I just wanted to do a quick video on pendulums. Okay, I had a girl reach out to me who is trying to learn how to connect to her inner guide, her intuition, higher guidance, okay? And she asked me if I used a pendulum, and I said, yeah, especially as I first started to trust myself. Part of why I go by the Church Witch is because I came out of pretty intense evangelical culture, and I've always been a witch. I didn't know that that's what I was. And by witch, I just mean like a person that knows instinctively, a person that knows their truth regardless of like what is impressed upon them. It's a person that heals, and you have to go back to some of my other stuff, but I believe Jesus was a witch. So if that tells you anything, that's kind of like one of my big platforms. So anyways, let's get back to the pendulum. So before, I was told that I couldn't trust my body, I couldn't trust my feelings, my heart wasn't good, the flesh is bad, blah, 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 blah. Well, the thing about it is that I don't believe that anymore. I believe actually the heart is really good, and the mind can actually play tricks on you. So again, within a lot of really patriarchal religious structures, the mind is what is deeply favored over the body, the emotions, and the feelings. And so, within divine feminine spirituality, or just spirituality in general, there's a flow. Okay, there is masculine energy, there's feminine energy, and this is a version of feminine energy connecting to your intuition. Okay, so what I have here is a labradorite pendulum. All right, this is my pendulum. I have a couple of them. I have another one that is made out of carnelian. Just a couple of things about a pendulum is that you want it to have a string with something on the top. Sometimes if I'm in a pinch, I'll wear a necklace that I wear often, and I use that as a pendulum too. The biggest thing with your pendulum is that you want to somewhat program it, okay? So when you first get a pendulum, typically I do like the ones that have a stone, and you want to go with what is what draws you. One of the best stones that I would recommend is clear quartz. It's a master crystal. You can program it to do whatever, or an amethyst. I'm using labradorite because I am working on continuing to open up my psychic centers, and I really like labradorite, and it's really pretty. Look how pretty it is. You can see the rainbow in there. So, and it just spoke to me. So when you go, and you can go to your metaphysical shop and you can ask them if they have pendulums, what you want to do is you want to pick it up and you want to see how it feels on you, okay? Once you decide which one you want, purchase it. When you get home, you want to sage it. What I like to do, not the metal part because the salt will corrode it, but I will, this right here, you can see how this comes off. Not every pendulum does this. But I will stick it in salt so that any previous energy is released off of it. And then I just kind of take a cold rag and I wash the crystal off, and then I sage it and I program it. And by programming it, I mean like I hold it and I carry it on me all the time. I sleep with it in my pocket. And what it's doing is it's starting to program you. It's starting to actually become like an essence of you. I do the same thing with my tarot cards, especially if I feel like I'm kind of like losing my sense of like myself in them, because your tarot cards really are just a mirror of your own soul and your own psyche. So like this is my professional deck, and when I feel like I'm not getting accurate reads, I will sleep with it in bed with me. Which some people think that's really silly. I used to sleep with the Bible in the bed with me, and sometimes I still do. So us witches have our little things. But anyways, once you get it and sage it, and I just say like, this is for Lauren Wilde. This is within the highest purpose. I'm only connecting to higher light consciousness, that which aligns with Christ conscious energy, Archangel Michael, and the highest powers of love and light. That doesn't mean that I don't connect to my shadow self as well, but when I'm getting guidance, I'm not going to lower level energy. I only get guidance from high level energy, okay? And so sometimes you can take, and you have like a thing like selenite is really great for programming it. So this is actually a candle holder, and sometimes I'll set crystals that need to be cleared in here. And so this keeps the energy safe. Selenite works like a bubble of light. It's very angelic in its energy. And then sometimes I will place a picture of whatever guide I'm working with. My main guide is Jesus, so I do tend to put a picture of Jesus right here, or Mary Magdalene, or Lakshmi. And then that's just connecting to that energy, okay? And so let's get to the good part. All right, how does a pendulum work? Pendulum is connecting with your own body. You can ask it to connect to higher guidance. In the beginning, what I like to tell people to do is to connect to your own sense of self. All right, so your own higher self. Now what you're going to do is you're going to figure out what is yes with your pendulum and your body energetics field, and what is no, and what is a maybe. Sometimes you just get nothing and it's like, I don't want to answer that. The trick with pendulum, though, is that you have to ask a yes or no question, okay? So, you can't ask something like, when was the world created? It's like, I don't know. Literally, it just said, I don't know. That's funny. You have to ask something like, should I stay away from sugar today? And I'm getting a yes, okay? So for me, yes is a circle. For me, no is a straight line, okay? So see how it's already adjusting? And I've been using a pendulum for 2 years, so I can literally pick up any pendulum at this point and extend my field into it and get a pretty solid answer. But what you want to do is you want to take your elbow and you want to put it on the table. You want to set it out like this, and then you want to ask your pendulum first to show you yes. So you say, show me yes. Show me yes, 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 show me yes. Okay, so this is a yes. Mine is a circle. Some people's go sideways. Show me no, show me no, show me no. Mine just goes straight back and forth. Show me maybe. It just kind of goes everywhere, okay? You can see my elbow's not moving. Nothing else is moving here, okay? Now, this is me connecting to my higher self. All right, so when I want to connect to higher energy, I ask. And, one thing that you can do to kind of build energy is you can clap. You can clap to build the energy. You could listen to music, turn on some bhakti yoga music, or even worship music, whatever it does. But you want to build the energy in the room. You can light a white candle and call on angelic energy. And so, can I please connect to higher conscious energy that is in alignment with Christ consciousness energy? Yes. Okay. So this is where, I would start asking questions that I feel like my own sense of self doesn't know, and I need a higher mind. Okay. I do believe that your higher self is connected to the highest mind, but see how much stronger it's responding right now than it was just within myself. And the reason for that is because my energy is low right now. Like it's winter, I'm a human, I can be affected by things. And the higher mind, Christ consciousness, is always unaffected. It's just vibrating pure love. So I tend to ask for that higher mind expression. And so once it starts moving like this, you can see my energy is starting to build as well. This is another really great way to kind of figure out how powerful your field is functioning. Like right when I'm done channeling, this thing is just like, it goes crazy. It goes in massive circles. And when I'm really in my own self, it slows down because just a human. So hopefully that is helpful. You really just want to start using it, and you want to figure out what is your field and your guidance and your stones, yes and your no, and then just start asking some yes or no questions. Make sure that you cleanse and sleep with it, and keep it in your pocket so that it gets to know your emotions and it gets to know your frequency pretty well. Okay, hopefully this was helpful to you, and I hope you have a great day. Okay, bye, Wildes.